All right, so we're going to be working the Omoplata off of the clamp guard. This is going to be your most, that's going to be your highest repetition. I'm sorry, it's going to be what you're going to get the most from this position, in my opinion. It's highly effective, works on everybody, something you can force a lot, and the mechanics of it are going to keep you in this position longer than going for triangles, and I'll show how in a second. So up here, high underhook, always working out to the clamp guard, switching from high underhook to shoulder crunch, getting our legs involved, sliding out on the arm here. We got our inverted arm bars that we can go for from here, but those don't work on everybody in this position because I don't have a lot of leverage to hyperextend the elbow in the clamp guard specifically, okay? So if this arm slides out, or I can double up on the wrist and force it to my pocket here, okay? I'm gonna grab the elbow. I need to get this leg on the far side of the neck because you gotta be asking what your opponent's gonna be doing. They're gonna be trying to flatten you out the whole time. And if I stay here looking at Joel trying to flatten me out, he's gonna square me up. Now I have some trouble here where he can start to pressure in, get his hands on inside, started causing me a lot of trouble here. So what I'm gonna do, as soon as I grab the elbow, instead of trying to focus on flexibility and pummeling this leg in front where my spine is curved, I'm gonna extend my spine away, try to flatten me out. Just that alone is gonna help out, but what's gonna work better is pummeling this leg in front. And as you see, when I'm extending away, my spine is working as a frame, and it also makes it a lot easier to pummel this leg here. Now, as soon as I pummel that leg in front, I want my knees to be pinching at his shoulder here. Now I'm staying extended. As soon as I crunch in, even with all these things, go ahead and flatten me out. He's eventually going to be able to do it. As soon as I extend my spine, try to go ahead and flatten me out, more difficult, I slide with him, okay? I'm going to extend my spine away even more so it makes it easy for me to come up to my outside elbow. I'm looking away, and then I build up to a hand. Try to flatten me out, try to pressure into me. This is a very strong position here, okay? First thing we need to know is to go for the Omoplata sweep. And to do that, my knees need to be pinched here. I need to be looking away, and we got an easy sweep here that we've gone over before. Just slowly rotating down towards the mat. He's either going to tap or roll. We did have follow-up submissions here, but your priority here is blocking the legs, blocking both knees, either on the quads or the knee, and then we're not worrying about the arm anymore. We're just diving into this position here, okay? Let's say I rolled him and I actually want the Omoplata, okay? The way that we can do that is we can re-roll from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick my outside leg back. I'm going to look back in the direction that I'm kicking, rolling on this near shoulder, and we're doing essentially a frontward roll. I'm going to use my straight leg, axe kick back, and I'm also going to use the leg that's behind his arm here. And I'm not just kicking to a normal Omoplata position, because again, anytime my spine is bent, he's going to crush me here, he's going to start flattening me out. That's the issue with it. Go ahead and rotate to the left a little bit. That's the issue with the Omoplata, okay? Because it's a battle of head positioning, where I'm trying to sit up here, go for the far arm. He's trying to posture up, but he's more mechanically sound to build up than I am, okay? So go ahead and try to posture up and flatten out. This is the battle, and that's why it's easy to get to an Omoplata, but hard to finish. But if we literally just change the mechanics of it, go ahead and try to win head positioning, build up. I'm here, nice and tight. The issue is I'm facing away, and I need to get to the far side. So how do we break them down for the Omoplata finish here? I'm gonna start scooting. I'm gonna picture an elbow. Picture an arrow coming outside of his elbow. I'm gonna start scooting that direction, facing that direction here. I'm gonna do a few scoots just to get him to either break down or walk his knees towards me. Go ahead and build your hips back up. There's a point where I'm gonna have to look back and start to break him down with my hands. And the way I do is I let go of my elbow, I reach and I find the far hip. As you see, he's already starting to break down. We want them broken down to a hip even more. So as soon as I let go of the elbow, I'm grabbing the hips and I'm scooting more. And I'm starting to rotate towards him. I was on my right hip, I scooted to my butt, and now I'm gonna look for that far shoulder. To make sure that we keep this position, this leg needs to be heavy, okay? Don't be bent here, try to build back up. As you see, he can. Try to build back up now. Very difficult. You don't even need that heel to touch the mat. Just nice, strong hamstring stretch, pike stretch here, okay? But as you see, I'm on my butt. I need to be on my left hip now. So I scoot my hips, using my outside hand a little bit more, and we're looking at that far shoulder, okay? As soon as you can reach that far shoulder, we're going to underhook it, and we're going to swivel our legs to the outside. That way we're prone to go forward. If I'm here, I can't come forward, but now I can. I like to gable grip around the shoulder. Makes it easier to come up, okay? Or you can grab with your head side arm on the shoulder and do this hand on the mat. And what I need to do is I need to take my head in this awkward space where you're kind of looking at your face. And that's going to get you the positioning that you want. Not this direction. You can finish in this one, but people have more shoulder flexibility there. Because it's just rotating here, but when you go your head in this space, your hips come with you, and it takes his wrist to the back of his head, okay? So go ahead and build back up. Right. All right, so we're in the omoplata position again. What I need to do is I need to scoot out, arrow coming out of his elbow, pulling him with me. He might start to break down just from that. If not, after a couple scoots, I need to reach for the hip. Okay, I'm on my right hip now. I need to scoot out to my butt and pull him down as I'm rotating. Okay, now this leg gets heavy. Continuing to scoot. Now I'm on the near side hip. We're looking to underhook the far shoulder, gable grip and come up, or grab with the head side arm on his shoulder. Put this hand on the mat to help boost you. Post in here, post in here. Make sure that your legs are swiveled. If your legs are straight, it's going to be harder to come up. Slowly coming up into that space. I'm just doing the omoplata sweep this time, one more time. Okay? Never forget these mechanics being built up here. If you're missing anything here from rotating more towards his head, go ahead and flatten me out. Okay? We can always save ourselves by facing outside and away from our opponent. If I'm on my elbow, go ahead and flatten me out. Just coming in here, flatten me out now. Very difficult. And then our omoplata sweep, which is what we're going to get most of the time because this is such a crap position. Joel's going to feel like he needs to roll in here. And as soon as he rolls, go ahead. We come with him. Lock the legs. Get the top position.
Jeff is like really strong, so he's hard to break.